gone through our keyboard program where he started with Barb Armstrong in the keyboard classroom, where it was evident very quickly that he was beyond that. But he wanted the full experience of everything IU East offered. So he took my music appreciation class, whether he needed it or not, and I do think that he had fun with that, and some music theory courses, and then took lessons from Barb, and then, so the credit course number can be higher. She had to let go of him, and he had to start taking lessons from me. And I knew he didn't want to leave her. But Barb and I are very close, and we have very similar teaching styles. And so the shift to my studio was effortless. And this kid is a sponge. He does everything you ask him to do. He's passionate, he's energetic, he's excited, he's open-minded. A lot of the music that he'll be playing for you tonight is equivalent, I think Barb would say the same thing, to the conservatory and performance requirements that we had as pianists in college, and that's unheard of here. So he's a special, special musician, and I am very proud of who he has become and the challenges that he has accepted and the things that he's taught me also. The cool thing about Tyler is he's so passionate about it that he is now an intern for the Richmond Symphony Orchestra, so he's learning the management side of things. I think Monica can attest to how much help he is in that area. And he's grasped the composition department. He's had the fortune of going through several different composition teachers that have given him lots of different kinds of input. He's done projects on campus that have been relevant to our degree program, whether it's Student Research Day. I know he played for President Robbie when he was here from IU Bloomington. And Tyler's just the kind of kid that doesn't say no to anything. So I just kept asking, and he just kept giving. And I think what you will learn about what he's going to share with you tonight, both in what he says and what he plays, is you'll see that passion and that excitement for this area of music and who this kid is and the potential he has. And I know that we are very proud to present Tyler Johnson to you.
I just wanted to, before I start, thank everybody for coming out here tonight. It's really cool to have all my friends and family out here. I'm really excited to play for you. I'm excited for some of you to hear me play for the first time, but I'm also excited to allow you the opportunity to hear some of these pieces for the first time, because, man, they mean a lot to me. And so, yeah, it's really exciting to hear this music for the first time, so remember it. those two pieces you just heard are called two-part inventions, and they are by a German composer named Johann Sebastian Bach. Bach was a master of the Baroque era, and the Baroque era is roughly from the year 1650 to 1750s. Bach died in the year 1750, and the Baroque era died with him. Now, most of the music I will be playing for you tonight is what is called homophonic. Homophonic means that you hear a melody with harmonic accompaniment, like chords. And I'll play an example for you in just a moment. But Bach often employed what is called counterpoint. Counterpoint is a little tricky. It's where two or more independent melodic lines come together and function as a whole. And for this reason, I avoided playing Bach's music for a long time, just because it's very difficult to master the separate melodies going on in each hand. It's really hard to keep together. So I avoided it for a long time. And I can't express, though, how nice it is to play through those pieces. You just feel so good after you finally get it down. But like I said, this counterpoint is very different from a lot of the music you're going to be hearing tonight. So I'll play a little example of this homophony, this melody with accompaniment, versus this counterpoint idea, just to give you a little idea of what's going on there. So this is a little excerpt from the Beethoven piece I'll be playing in a couple minutes. And listen, you'll hear chords with this melody above it. This harmony, and then there's this melody on top. And now Bach, I'll play a little bit of that G minor for you again. He paid a lot of attention to contours. So these aren't just random melodies that he put together and they happen to sound good. He followed very specific guidelines, and these melodies, they both follow a single harmonic line, and it's really impressive. And he did a lot with contours, so you'll hear how like one melody descends while the other one ascends. It's very cool. So I'll play just a little bit of that for you again, so you can knowing that hear it this time. So yeah, you get that idea. And sometimes the melodies work together. There was a moment there where the contours went together, and then there was moments where they were contrasting. It's really cool how we work with those. Now Bach, as you can see by just those tiny little compositions, was incredibly concise, and that is something that's really admirable as a composer and something that I want to strive for in my pieces. So I'm going to play next for you a piece that I wrote around this time last year. It was at the beginning of last summer, and I wrote it in preparation for a music composition workshop I went to in Kansas City. And I really tried to capture the conciseness of Bach in this piece. And some other elements you'll hear in this piece, I was heavily influenced by a Hungarian composer of the early 1900s named Bela Bartok. Now Bartok loved symmetry. He really experimented with symmetry and structure and the idea of expansion and contraction. So you're going to hear these ideas that sound really close together, and then they slowly expand and expand, and then they come back together. So I'll play, this is a short piano piece. I entitled it UMKC piece, very creative. But, so here's this idea of expansion. This piece is built on a very simple melody that exists in these chords. So here it's very close, and then it slowly expands, it gets wider, and even wider so. And so it plays with that idea, and like I said, short and concise, it's very fun. I wrote it really quickly, and it's a lot of fun to play, so I'll play it for you right now.